Colorado is a veritable treasure trove of adventure and history, and one of its most fascinating elements is the ghost towns that dot the landscape. Join ViewCation as we explore ghost towns in Colorado you have to see for yourself. St. Elmo. St. Elmo is located in beautiful Chaffee County. Though the town was once a flourishing mining hub in the late 1800s, St. Elmo is now visited primarily just by tourists eager to explore this fascinating slice of history. Visitors can wander among the streets of the town and observe the remaining buildings, such as the old general store and the hotel that once served as a popular gathering spot for miners. St. Elmo was abandoned in the early 20th century when mining operations slowed down, but it remains a fascinating reminder of Colorado's past. Animas Forks. This ghost town is located in the San Juan Mountains just near Silverton. Animas Forks was established in the late 1800s as a mining camp. At its peak, the town had over 30 buildings and 450 residents. Visitors can explore the remaining buildings, including a jailhouse, a general store, and several homes. The town was abandoned in the 1920s, but you can still see evidence of the settlers and their way of life, making it a popular spot for ghost town enthusiasts. Cripple Creek. Another one of the most well-known ghost towns in Colorado is Cripple Creek, located near Colorado Springs. The town was established in the late 1800s as a gold mining town, and it soon became one of the wealthiest towns in the state. But by the 1940s, it dwindled as the gold supply was depleted. Today, Cripple Creek is a popular tourist destination, offering a glimpse into the past. You can check out the old mining buildings, try your luck at gambling in one of the town's casinos, or explore the nearby countryside. The casinos are the biggest draw of the town, offering one of the state's preeminent gambling experiences. Ashcroft. No tour of Colorado's awesome ghost towns is complete without a stop at the town of Ashcroft, located just outside of Aspen. This once thriving silver mining town was abandoned by the early 1920s, but several of its historic buildings remain. Visitors can wander through the old saloons and cabin homes, and it's a great way to soak up the town's eerie and peaceful vibe. Ashcroft is also popular for its stunning surroundings nestled in the mountainside. Leadville. Another notable ghost town located in Colorado is Leadville. This former silver mining town was once home to thousands of miners and their families who worked in search of the precious metal. Today, the town offers visitors a glimpse into what life was like during the mining heyday, with ghostly buildings and remnants of the past around every corner. If you're interested in the history of mining, this is the ghost town for you. Independence. Independence is located high up in the Rocky Mountains at an elevation of 10,800 feet. Like so many others we've explored, this ghost town was once a bustling mining community in the late 1800s. But today, it's a well-preserved piece of Colorado history. As always, visitors can explore the old mining buildings and walk the streets where miners once lived and worked. One of the most interesting features of Independence is its preserved frozen waterfall, a stunning sight to behold. You can also hike the nearby trails and take in the stunning mountain views. Victor. Right next to Independence is Victor, which is slightly larger but sits at an elevation of 9,800 feet. It was once a thriving mining community that boasted a population of over 10,000 people during its heyday. Today, visitors to Victor can explore the old mining buildings and take a guided tour of the nearby gold mine. You can also visit the local museum, where you can learn about Victor's rich history and see artifacts from the town's mining days. The museum is truly something to behold. Victor is also home to a number of restaurants and shops worth checking out. Vicksburg. Vicksburg, located in Chaffee County, is another cool Colorado ghost town. It was founded in the late 1800s during the silver mining boom. At its peak, Vicksburg had a population of over 600 people and was home to a post office, several stores, and a school. But as the mining boom slowed down, so did Vicksburg's flourishing economy. By the early 1900s, this once bustling town was mostly abandoned. Today, visitors can see the remains of several buildings, including a general store, a blacksmith shop, and a few homes. Gothic. Located near the town of Crested Butte, Gothic was founded in the late 1800s as a supply town for the nearby mining camp of Irwin. But in the early 1900s, Gothic became home to the Rocky Mountain Biological Laboratory, which is still in operation today. The town itself is now mostly abandoned, but visitors can tour the preserved buildings, including the lab, the post office, and the Gothic school, which now serves as a museum. Ironton. After Gothic, Ironton is another Colorado ghost town with a fascinating past. Founded in the late 1800s, it was primarily a mining town with a population of more than 300 people. But by the early 1900s, the industry had declined and most residents left. Today, visitors can explore the town's historic cemetery, which now serves as a public park. If you're interested in the dark side of Colorado ghost towns, taking a stroll through the cemetery is a great way to experience it. Tomboy is located near the popular tourist town of Telluride. Founded in the late 1800s, Tomboy was a mining town home to over 800 people at its peak. As seems to have always been the case, the town's mining industry declined in the early 1900s, and by the 1920s, Tomboy was mostly abandoned. Today, visitors to the site can see the remnants of several buildings, including the usual variety of homes and a general store. Dunton. Finally, let's take a look at the Colorado ghost town of Dunton. Like so many others, it's a ghost town founded in the late 1800s as a mining camp. Located in the San Juan Mountains, Dunton was once a bustling town with more than 300 people. However, in the early 1900s, most of the residents left as the town's mining industry declined. Today, visitors to Dunton can stay in one of the restored cabins that once served as the town's homes and businesses. Why are there so many ghost towns in Colorado? Firstly, many ghost towns in Colorado were established during the late 19th century, the time of the gold rush. Prospectors were eager to stake their claims and strike it rich in the Rocky Mountains. So new settlements sprang up around many of the state's gold and silver mines. But as the mines were depleted and the demand for precious metals declined, many of these towns were abandoned. Another reason is the similar boom and bust of the mining industry. During the late 1800s and early 1900s, Colorado's mining industry was booming, and many of the state's ghost towns were once thriving mining communities. But when the demand for minerals decreased or the mines were exhausted, communities were left without any economic support. The Great Depression also contributed to the abandonment of many Colorado towns. As the country faced a severe economic downturn, people were forced to leave their homes and seek employment elsewhere. This led to the desertion of many small communities throughout the state. Natural disasters have also played a role. For example, the Great Flood of 1913 caused widespread damage and destruction throughout the state, resulting in the abandonment of many small communities that were unable to recover. Similarly, the Dust Bowl of the 1930s caused soil erosion and crop failures, which led to the abandonment of many rural communities in Colorado and other states. And changes in transportation and technology contributed to the desertion of many Colorado towns. With the construction of new highways and rail lines, many once prosperous communities were bypassed by travelers. Now it's time to hear from you. Have you ever visited a ghost town in Colorado? Let us know in the comments section below.